Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare $quarter coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter, the coin that celebrated 200 years of American freedom, and the one that still makes collectors' hearts race. Picture this. It's the mid-1970s, the nation is buzzing with patriotic pride as the United States prepares for its bicentennial celebration. To mark the moment, the U.S. Mint releases a special quarter, unlike any ever made before. On the front, George Washington's familiar profile remains, but the date underneath reads 1776 to 1976, a dual marking that instantly sets it apart. Flip it over, and instead of the usual eagle, you see a colonial drummer boy standing tall, a torch of victory beside him, surrounded by 13 stars. It's not just a coin, it's a tiny piece of American history struck in metal. Now, you might be thinking, if so many were made, how can it be valuable? Well, here's where the story gets exciting. Over 1 billion bicentennial quarters were minted, but not all were created equal. The majority were made from copper-nickel clad and are still worth just 25 cents in circulated condition. But the real treasures are hiding in the details: the mint mark, the composition, and the minting errors that turn ordinary coins into extraordinary finds. Collectors hunt for the 40% silver versions that were struck at the San Francisco Mint, often found in special collector sets. These shine brighter, sound different, and immediately feel heavier in your hand. Then come the error coins, the ones struck off-center, with double dies, missing mint marks, or misaligned designs. Those mistakes, though rare, are what drive collectors wild. Imagine finding a quarter where the drummer's face looks doubled or where the mint mark is filled. Such coins have sold for thousands of dollars at auctions. The condition of the coin also plays a huge role. A crisp, uncirculated example with sharp details and mirror-like surfaces can be worth far more than one that's been tossed around in change for decades. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC often certify the best of the best, with grades like MS67 or MS68 commanding strong premiums. For collectors, this coin is pure nostalgia, a reminder of America's 200th birthday and a symbol of liberty struck into metal. Even if it's not worth a fortune, it's a tangible link to the nation's celebration of independence. But for those who discover a rare variety or mint error, that little drummer boy can drum up serious cash. So, how much are these worth today? Let's talk real numbers. A regular circulated bicentennial quarter still trades for around 25 cents. A clean, uncirculated copper-nickel example might bring $2 to $5. The silver versions, depending on their shine and condition, can range from $5 to $10. But when you step into the realm of rare errors and top-grade certified pieces, the story changes completely. Some of these unique quarters have sold for as much as $18,000 at major coin auctions. Yes, you heard that right, $18,000 for a $quarter. So next time you check your pocket change or go through an old coin jar, take a moment to look closely. That 1776 to 1976 quarter might not just be a piece of history, it could be a hidden treasure waiting for someone with a keen eye to discover it. Whether it's worth a quarter or several $1,000s, this iconic coin keeps the spirit of America's bicentennial alive in every collection. Top 2, we are diving into the fascinating world of the 1973 United States quarter dollar, a small but powerful piece of American history that might just be worth more than you think. At first glance, it looks like any ordinary coin, the one you might spend without a second thought. But what if I told you that some 1973 quarters have hidden secrets, rare errors, and special qualities that can make them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Let's uncover the mystery behind this humble yet extraordinary coin that continues to captivate collectors around the world. The 1973 Washington quarter carries the proud image of George Washington on the obverse, a design first introduced in 1932 to honor the first president of the United States. Flip it over, and you'll find the powerful American eagle with its wings spread wide, a timeless symbol of freedom and strength. But beneath this classic design lies a story of rarity, production, and minting details that make certain 1973 quarters incredibly valuable to collectors. These coins were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, Denver quarters have a small D, and the San Francisco issues are proof coins, marked with an S. Most were struck in copper-nickel clad, since the U.S. Mint had stopped making silver quarters after 1964. That means a regular 1973 quarter is usually worth just 25 cents. However, there are exceptions, rare mistakes, minting errors, and pristine examples that collectors will pay serious money to own. Let's start with the errors, because that's where the excitement truly begins. Some 1973 quarters were struck off-center, giving them an unusual and eye-catching appearance. Others have double-die errors, where the date or lettering looks slightly shadowed or doubled. Then there are missing mint marks, weak strikes, and even a few struck on the wrong metal planchet. Those are incredibly rare and can bring amazing prices. These oddities are what collectors dream of finding, hidden in old coin jars or inherited collections. Another factor that drives up the value is condition. A 1973 quarter that's circulated and worn from years of use will only bring its face value. But a coin that's uncirculated, with crisp edges, shiny luster, and sharp details, can easily fetch a few dollars. The real treasures are the coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in top condition, the ones rated MS67 or higher. These are almost flawless and extremely scarce, and don't forget the proof coins from San Francisco. These were made especially for collectors, using highly polished dies and planchets to create mirror-like surfaces. If kept in perfect condition, a 1973 S-proof quarter can be worth several times more than its face value. Collectors love the 1973 quarter because it represents a transitional period in U.S. coinage, right before the famous bicentennial design of 1976. It's a link between eras, a coin that tells the story of America's changing times. Each one is a little piece of history, and every tiny variation can make a huge difference in value. So, what's the real worth of a 1973 quarter today? Here's the truth. A regular circulated coin is worth about 25 cents. A bright uncirculated example might be worth around $1 to $5. A proof coin in perfect condition can range from $5 to $10. But rare mint errors and high-grade certified coins have sold for serious money. Some exceptional examples have reached prices of over $6,000 at major auctions. Top 3, we are exploring one of the most intriguing coins from American history, the 1977 United States quarter dollar. It might look like a simple piece of change, but don't let its common appearance fool you. Hidden among millions of ordinary quarters are rare treasures that can be worth far more than 25 cents. If you love coins, stories of discovery, and the thrill of finding value in unexpected places, stay tuned, because the 1977 Washington quarter has some secrets that every collector should know. The Washington quarter has been an American classic since 1932, honoring the nation's first president, George Washington. By 1977, it had become a symbol of everyday life in America, passing through countless hands and telling endless stories. On the obverse, Washington's proud profile faces left with the word "Liberty" above and "In God We Trust" to the side. Flip it over, and you'll find the mighty American eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, wings spread wide, a bold emblem of freedom and strength. But what makes the 1977 quarter fascinating to collectors isn't just its design. It's the small variations, the minting errors, and the rare high-grade examples that transform a simple coin into something extraordinary. During 1977, the U.S. Mint struck quarters at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia quarters have no mint mark, the Denver ones bear a D, and the San Francisco pieces, marked with an S, are special proof coins made specifically for collectors. Most 1977 quarters are made of copper-nickel clad, a metal blend used since the 1960s after silver quarters were discontinued. That means your average 1977 quarter is worth exactly its face value. But if you look closer, some of these coins tell a very different story. One of the most exciting things collectors hunt for are minting errors. Some 1977 quarters were struck off-center, leaving part of the design missing. Others were double-struck, showing shadowed lettering or numbers. There are even reports of 1977 quarters struck on the wrong metal planchets, such as the copper ones used for pennies. Those are incredibly rare and highly valuable. Each of these errors gives the coin a unique character, a one-of-a-kind feature that collectors are willing to pay a premium for. Then there's the matter of condition. The better preserved the coin, the more valuable it becomes. Most 1977 quarters you'll find in circulation are worn and dull from decades of use. But an uncirculated coin, one that still shines with its original mint luster, can be worth several times its face value. The truly exceptional coins, those graded mint state 67 or higher by professional grading services, are extremely scarce and can bring serious money at auctions. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are another favorite among collectors. These coins were struck with polished dies and special planchets to create sharp, mirror-like details. If you've ever seen one, you know they look absolutely stunning, more like a piece of art than a coin meant for everyday spending. The 1977 quarter also represents a unique moment in U.S. history, the time just after the nation's bicentennial celebration. The special 1776 to 1976 drummer boy design had ended, and the mint returned to the classic Washington Eagle design. That makes the 1977 quarter the first, normal, design after America's 200th birthday coins, giving it a subtle but special place in the timeline of American coinage. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know, the real market value. A regular 1977 quarter found in your pocket change is worth about 25 cents. An uncirculated example with no wear can be worth around $1 to $5. A 1977 S-proof coin in perfect condition might fetch about $5 to $10. But here's where it gets exciting. Rare error coins and high-grade examples have been sold for impressive sums. Some of the best-preserved 1977 quarters with mint errors have reached prices of over $6,000 at major coin auctions. Top 4. We are taking a deep look into the 1978 United States quarter dollar, a small piece of metal that carries history, mystery, and for some lucky collectors, surprising value. It might seem like just another coin from your pocket change, but the truth is, the 1978 Washington quarter hides a few rare secrets that can make it worth far more than 25 cents. So coin lovers, listen closely and enjoy, because what seems ordinary at first glance could actually be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. The 1978 quarter belongs to the long-running Washington Quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to honor the first President of the United States, George Washington. On the front, you see his strong, classic profile with the words, "Liberty" above and, "In God We Trust," to the left. Flip the coin over, and the reverse proudly displays an American eagle clutching arrows, wings spread wide, a symbol of courage and freedom. Even though the design had been around for decades by 1978, each year's issue has its own unique story and collectible appeal. By the late 1970s, the U.S. Mint was producing quarters at 3 major locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, the Denver coins bear a small D, and the San Francisco coins have an S, reserved for special proof issues made only for collectors. These coins were all struck from copper-nickel clad metal, since silver quarters had been discontinued more than a decade earlier. But don't be fooled, even without silver, some 1978 quarters are worth serious money. So what makes some of these coins so special? The key lies in rarity, condition, and errors. The 1978 quarter had large mintages, but high-grade coins in perfect condition are very hard to find today. Over time, most circulated coins picked up scratches, dull surfaces, and wear. That's why pristine examples, those graded mint state 67 or higher, are extremely desirable and can fetch significant premiums among collectors. Then there are the minting errors, the part of the story that makes coin collecting so thrilling. Some 1978 quarters were struck slightly off-center, leaving part of the design missing and giving the coin a unique look. Others show doubling on the lettering or the date, known as double die errors, which collectors absolutely love. There have even been rare instances of coins struck on the wrong metal planchet, such as on blanks meant for dimes or foreign coins. These mistakes are so scarce that when they appear at auction, they can sell for incredible prices. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are another treasure to look out for. These were never meant for circulation, they were made with specially polished dies to give a mirror-like finish and razor-sharp detail. A 1978 S-proof coin kept in perfect condition can shine like a tiny work of art, and collectors often pay well above face value for one that's flawless. Another interesting detail about the 1978 quarter is its place in history. It was among the last few years before the U.S. Mint redesigned the quarter for the 1976 bicentennial celebration and before major changes came in later decades. That means the 1978 quarter stands as one of the final examples of the traditional Washington Eagle design before the State and National Park series began years later. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know, the value. A regular circulated 1978 quarter is usually worth 25 cents. But an uncirculated one, with its bright luster intact, can bring around $1 to $5. A proof coin from the San Francisco Mint in perfect condition might be worth about $5 to $10. However, things get far more exciting when we talk about rare mint errors or exceptionally high-grade coins. Some of the finest examples ever graded, along with dramatic minting mistakes, have sold for astonishing prices, with some reaching values of over $6,000 at professional coin auctions. Top 5, and last rare coin, we are diving into the amazing story of the 1965 United States quarter dollar, a coin that completely changed American coinage and still fascinates collectors today. This isn't just an ordinary quarter, it marks the end of the silver era and the beginning of a new chapter in U.S. mint history. And for some lucky collectors, the 1965 quarter can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, stay tuned till the end, because this small coin has a story you definitely don't want to miss. The 1965 quarter may look like any other Washington quarter, showing the proud profile of George Washington on the front and the fierce American eagle on the back. But beneath that familiar design lies a revolutionary change. Before 1965, every quarter in America was made of 90% silver. However, because silver prices were rising and there was a nationwide coin shortage, the U.S. Mint decided to switch to a copper-nickel-clad composition. That decision makes the 1965 quarter truly historic. It was the very first non-silver quarter ever produced. Now, here's where the story gets really interesting. Even though millions of these coins were made, not all of them are the same. The real gems are those graded mint state 67 or higher, near-perfect coins that are incredibly hard to find. These command big prices at auctions and are highly prized by collectors. The 1965 quarter stands as a bridge between two eras. It carries the spirit of America's silver past and the beginning of modern minting technology. For that reason alone, it has become a must-have for serious coin enthusiasts. Now let's talk about real value. A regular circulated 1965 quarter is worth about 25 cents. A bright, uncirculated coin can bring around $1 to $5. But the rare silver 1965 quarter, the one struck by mistake on a silver planchet, can sell for hundreds or even thousands depending on its condition. In fact, some of the finest examples with confirmed silver composition have reached more than $10,000 at auction. So the next time you come across a 1965 quarter, don't rush to spend it. Check its edge, test its weight, and look carefully for any errors. You might just be holding a valuable piece of American history, and if you love learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the secrets hiding in your pocket change, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Every week, we uncover the stories and values behind coins that could be worth far more than you imagine. Thank you for watching, keep collecting, keep exploring, and who knows? The next valuable coin might already be in your hand.